Rob Squared. Quick Rashee Rice update for you. This happened. This dropped today. He's not going to be suspended right away. After week 4, they are going to have his hearing and figure out his suspension date or how many games it's going to be, how many games he'll be suspended. And the report that just came out recently, as of a couple hours ago, is that the arbiter that's doing it is the same one that did Deshaun Watson's. Takes a long time. This could take 4 or 5 weeks after the hearing to actually decide his suspension. So I want to hear your guys' take on where he should go, where you're comfortable drafting him, if it could affect the fantasy playoffs. It's worse than the early season stuff. Right now on ECR, he is wide receiver 28. Now, this has not moved. I don't know if it will move. I moved him down in my ranks a little bit just because now it's going to affect bye weeks, which for me it's worse if it's weeks 5, 6, 7, 8 opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4. How many games do you think he's going to have and what the deal is? Story, what do you think?
Yeah, this is rough. This is such a weird situation where they're going to go through the arbitration process starting 3 weeks into the season, and it could take up to 6 weeks. Is that what the report said?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you consider that, boom, 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 you could get a good judgment on November 1st, in which case you might get a game, or come November 3rd, and then after that Buffalo game, then you got a Week 10 bye. So you might not have him until 8 games left in the season. And if I'm the Chiefs, we talked about this earlier, but you have to consider, we don't know if this is 3 games, 4 games, 6 games, 8 games potentially. It's probably not, but 4 to 6 games seems likely. So if I'm the Chiefs, why am I going to drop an offense around a guy who's very good for his limited stretch last year, but you've got somebody in Xavier Worthy who seems very dynamic. You could revolve an offense around a guy that you know is going to be there versus somebody who might be coming and going throughout the year. I don't know. I think he's off my board for the time being.
And coming off an injury.
And that's the other thing. People don't talk about that as much. But yes, we are coming off an injury that most people come back from 100%, but there's still a possibility that he starts slow.
So ECR 28, where you say off your board? No one's ever off anyone's board.
No,
we're not guys that put people off their board. So where would you be comfortable taking him? I know it's all situational. Who do I have?
It's a reductive term. I get that.
Give me a number.
For the time, I can't give you a number.
32, 36, 40, 28, where he's at?
Well, it's not 28.
Give me a number. Top of your head. Calvin Ridley's at 31. We have him higher. Are you taking Calvin Ridley over him?
Yes.
Stephon Diggs at 35.
Yes.
Juwan Roma Dunze, 37.
No.
So you're having at 36.
There you go. That's the answer.
Caps, what is your thoughts? Where do you have him? What are you thinking?
So I think the first question you have to ask is, do you believe Patrick Mahomes is going to return to a potentially 35, 40 touchdown
Yes,
guy?
I do.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be better. How about that?
Well, so I think that's the first jump you have to make.
Yeah.
The second jump is we were just watching his highlights, and he hasn't done watching his highlights. It was so many which is good because they're manufacturing plays for him. But also, I think those plays can go sideways where we watch Justin Jefferson's highlights right after that. I don't think he's an elite talent. I don't think he's a top 10, top 15 guy.
Right. You can only sit in soft coverage for so long, unless your name is Travis Kelce.
And two, we're assuming Mahomes is going to return to not a 25 touchdown.
See, I'm not. I'm not.
He's off.
I'm off Mahomes and the Chiefs' offense and outside of Xavier Worthy.
So I guess
think that's the way Rice makes sense.
Where are you comfortable taking him? And you're an aggressive drafter, right? We're both aggressive drafters.
Well, over Roma Dunze. So I think that tail end of wide receiver 3 is where I would much rather have a guy that I know is going to be available than I would have Rashee Rice.
You also can't put him in your IR spot. So now he's taking up he's a dead roster spot.
Yeah, he's like a wide receiver 4 to me.
This is weird because you actually have him for the beginning of the year now.
Potentially.
Which that's going to happen.
Well, yes, you're going to have him for the beginning of the year, but he might not be at 100%.
You know what's actually a nice pairing though? Is Jordan Addison and Rashee Rice, because you get Rashee Rice the first 3, you get Rashee Rice the first 4 weeks, and then you get Jordan Addison.
You just get Ayuk and just
right,
stagger.
Yeah, oh yeah, get all that. But it's weird. You would never take those before this news. You'd be like, I can't take either of these guys because it was assumed that Rice was going to miss 2, 3, 4, the first 4 weeks of the year. Now he's going to play the first 4 weeks of the year and then get suspended, and maybe not till the fantasy playoffs.
I really thought they would have fast-tracked this to get it out of the way early.
What is your take? Give me a number. What do you think the number is of games he's suspended?
6.
Caps?
Yeah, I think that's a fair. Yeah, 6.
So then he would.
My gut says 4.
Yeah,
The
I
fact that it's
think.
gotten pushed off. I feel like it was, if the league thought it was ultra serious, they would already implement something. The fact that they haven't yet, they're waiting for the legal thing. I think it's going to be 4.
Right. Let's say it's 8. And he's suspended. Let's say it's actually quick arbitration. He plays the first 4 weeks and he doesn't come back till week 13.
What's the date? September 30th, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he comes back week 13. Now where are you looking at him at? Wide receiver 50? 45?
50.
But you get the nice start, possibly, but he's coming off the injury. So then he's off your board. Because it's going to be a weird pick because
Those first 4 games are rough. They got to play the Chargers, who have an improved defense, the Eagles.
Broncos are in there, right?
They got the Giants, so that's okay. But then they got the Ravens.
All right, so when he comes
Like,
back,
that's a rough 3 games
when
out
he
of
comes
4.
back, what's his ceiling?
Dude, it's a wild swing pick in drafts because
What's his ceiling? So if you want to wait 8 weeks for this guy, what are you hoping? So you're assuming he comes back and changes your team.
Yeah.
Right.
Is he a team changer?
Is he a game changer? And I don't
think so. Like, why, he's undraftable.
the difference is we don't know, and all these things I'm saying, we have no idea. So draft time is right around the corner, right? This is going to happen in the next week. We're going to be drafting. And then the next week after that, all the drafts happen, and then the season starts. So I have the luxury of playing 20-plus leagues. So I'm going to get Rashee Rice because I'm going to see where he has gone. I'm going to see where he should go in my mind, and I'm going to take him where he falls, right? And I will get him in 3 or 4 spots, but it'll be 20 picks after where I've seen him go, right? Some people will still take him in the 5th round. I promise you, because people love Rashee Rice. They love the Chiefs. I will still take him in the 7th round. Will you take him in the 7th round?
No. I'm not keeping him on my roster. A dead roster spot.
As your wide receiver 4, you won't do it.
No, especially not as a wide
He's
receiver
not
4.
some-
If he was a 5,
If he was Mike
maybe.
Evans, like he's going to come back. I know
Right.
he might get 10 touchdowns. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
But
point.
like he's not that guy. Yet.
The upside is nice, though, is like,
Nah.
at least you get him for the start of the year. I mean, I don't know, that's not
Here's
great.
what I would never draft because I think I could draft someone like Ray Davis and wait for James Cook to get hurt. Or James Cook to get an ankle
That's
injury.
music to this guy's
And then
ears.
fucking
He's just like, yeah.
take Ray Davis in the 13th round and then trade him when the suspension is announced and get him after the fact for 5 rounds later.
There's a possibility that he hits waiver wires by the 3rd week of his suspension, too.
Right.
Yeah, but you
because
can't
the
bank
team
it.
starts off
You might
1
get
and
dropped.
1 and
Yeah,
3,
yeah.
and
You
then
can't-
now he's
8 weeks?
suspended.
8 weeks, he's getting dropped
Can't bank on
immediately.
that.
Right.
I'm not-
At 50%.
And then if you're 5 and 1, you pick him up.
Right. The opportunity cost of
Or
keeping
you
a
trade
guy
him
on
for
your
a
roster
backup, like a
who's not going to
handcuff.
play for 6 games and there's a bye week in the middle of there means that backup running back that could be the next big thing, you're missing out on him. The wide receiver who's going to break out.
So you're not worried the fact that it might only be the same as Addison's suspension of 3 games, and it comes and it happens, and he misses week 5, 6, 7. Now I know they said that might take longer, but let's just say that's the case. Then he is worth the wide receiver 28th pick, correct? If he misses only 3 games in the middle of the year, only 3.
3 games, and then it's before the bye, and then you have the bye. So now you talk.
But then you have him the rest of the year.
Denver, LA, Denver again. Like
with the opportunity cost, you can get him so much cheaper when that suspension hits. Imagine you draft Isaac Orendo, and you wait.
That's what I'm
Let's
talking
say there
about.
is an 8-game suspension. When that 8-game suspension is announced, I guarantee there's going to be 500 trades. Of Isaac
But we don't
Orendo
know it's 8
for-
games. And I hate Rashee Rice, bro. I hate him.
I'm so numb. I just hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
No, what I'm
But I
saying
like
is,
the Chiefs.
There's the opportunity cost.
I
for you
like
to
the
take him in
opportunity.
The 5th or 7th round.
7th
For-
round, yeah.
But I'm
Nothing
saying,
before
the opportunity
that.
cost for you to draft someone in the 14th round that you could trade later for Rashee Rice when he gets suspended versus holding him on that roster spot, eating that roster spot with like knowing, yeah, he's playing now, but we know he's going to be fucked later, versus getting the guy that is fucked now but maybe good later, and you just flip flop that and then have the guy once you can put him in the IR. I think that's the move. The opportunity cost. Grab the guy that maybe CMC is out week 1 again. Now Guerrero's the RB3.
I see history tells us to be cautious with all these tails because look at CMC last year, right? Like and now we have a lot of questions mark this year. We have Matt Stafford with not just obviously drafting Matt Stafford, but it's Puka, it's Devontae Adams, and a lesser extent it's Kyron Williams, right? We have question marks there. We have question marks with Rashee Rice. Like that affects Patrick Mahomes, right? If he's not going to be available half the year, is he quarterback 5?
No.
Quarterback 6?
I don't think so.
Well,
I don't
right?
understand that.
Like, guys, Rashee Rice is not those guys. He's not Devontae Adams or Puka Nacua.
Now, Xavier Worthy. This affects Xavier Worthy a lot because if you're looking at an 8-game suspension for Rashee Rice, we should probably be drafting Worthy as like a top 20 wide receiver.
Well, look at his Vegas odds, and they're saying you should.
And they do know.
If you look at his odds,
Just a good exercise. And again, we don't know. Nobody knows, but it's some pretty big news, and it's going to linger. Like the Stafford thing, we might get clarity on. We might get clarity on some of these others
on Saturday.
But we're not getting.
Stafford?
We're not going to have clarity
It's gonna
on
work out.
Rashee Rice's
No, you're
suspension.
gonna have to plant your flag
So
one way.
it's very
flag.
it's questionable.
I feel like I've seen
And how aggressive are you? I guess is the question. And I am pretty aggressive, and I play enough leagues where I will have some shares.
I mean, in
at the
basketball,
right price.
fine, but in redraft,
In redraft, I'm more likely because I can
feel
replace
like
him.
the opportunity,
but you can't. Like if you draft him in the 8th round, you can't drop him. Like
No, I know, drop him. But
Obligated to hold him.
Yeah, so that's-
deep benches though.
How
I
deep?
guarantee you can trade from
8
I
bench spots?
guarantee you can trade for Rashee Rice in the middle of the season.
That's
I
what I'm
can't.
saying.
Well, in my leagues, I
Wait,
can't
You
trade.
never have to draft it because you can
In most of my
trade
leagues,
for
I
him.
can't trade.
Why?
So
You-
Fantrax has no trades.
well, yeah.
Either way, like
I'm willing to
8th
miss.
round.
I'm willing to miss.
Yeah,
Like,
he's willing to miss. You're willing to miss.
Yeah.
If he slips
I'm
to
more
the 11th,
lukewarm.
12th, yeah, sure, I'll take a shot. But
9th round. You're not gonna take him.
nah,
9th round.
nah.
I might.
You're gonna take. You would take Michael Pittman over him. Go back to the previous. Well, this is actually going to be released before that, but go forward to one of the episodes. All right, guys, this is a blast.
Good times.
Love you, Caps.
And it's been a complete joy.